Hey, what is going on everybody, and welcome to Fantasia. For today, we're going to be jumping into another session of Epic 7L. Today, we got some more Backseat battling for you guys, and as you can see by the title of the room, this was from the Fantasia's New Year's tournament. And it was a tournament that was created and hosted by my good friend Lucina Fanboy, who's a very active member in our community. If you want to join in on future mock battles or tournaments, go ahead and click the link in the description down below to join our Discord server. That's where we post all of that information. But with that being said, guys, this is the third episode of this tournament. If you haven't watched the previous two, highly recommend you go check them out for the epic build-up to these final fights. But kick back, relax, and enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, so Yumi versus Minus. Yumi has been kind of a dark horse this whole time, right? Utilizing their advantage in terms of the punishments. I wouldn't say necessarily punishments, but kind of a rank penalty, right? Of the opponents that they're going up against.
Exactly. I think the goal when I had when I was setting up these rank adjustments, I would like to call them, right, was that they would make the higher ranked player actually think about what they need to do rather than just purely cure gap, right?
Yeah, and I mean the concept of it definitely working out here, I would say. Wow, Mina's going for, okay, Vivian and the Baiken into Yumi, who has Araz and Milim. Uh-oh.
A lot of fire units there.
A lot of fire units into the double earth pick. We see Doris getting picked out as well, because Minus taking notes, banning that Amelia from Yumi, which is one of their comfort picks. All the Spectre, Tenebria, Aola, and Lionheart banned as well. So a lot of these standard type of units that you see quite often in drafts are kind of gone. We see Lua and Zahak on Minus's side. Lua is a fantastic opener, of course, and Zahak being able to hit units like Milim is quite good utility as well.
It's definitely higher accuracy, very high accuracy in this tournament, actually. I don't think Zahak S3 has missed a Milim once. As often as that matchup has come up.
Yeah. And we also see the Ed and Celine coming out, so Celine is really strong. Ed and Celine are both really strong to Lua, so it's kind of telegraphing that Lua is going to make it through the draft here. Karina, though, ooh, getting picked as the last pick, quite nice. Kind of excited to see, actually. Because, again, she doesn't really fear damage, right? So bulky in terms of her build, quite comfortable. She just kind of exists. Alright, Lua getting to go. She's going to be putting the Milim to sleep here. Now what does Lua do? Oh, she's going to be going for the S3 regardless. Seeing what this Celine goes for. Probably going to finish off the Baiken or the Vivian. So there we go. Baiken is going down.
Look at this. Look at the Karina. Karina isn't cutting.
But
almost cutting.
But maybe that was all according to plan. Karina gets that defense buff proc. Minus going for the big brain plays here, and probably going to be able to slam this S3 and take somebody out. Oh.
Also, I guess the question is, oh my god, Vivian is actually able to survive. I'm assuming it's on the 50% E. Does Karina do enough right here to pop anybody with the S3 here?
Well, it looks like going for the Milim here. Hopefully it doesn't miss. Oh, it hits! Oh, he's not able to finish her off because of Araz and his barrier. Uh-oh. Now we see Doris. Doris going to be able to heal up here. There's no souls on the side of Yumi, so there's not going to be a soul burn coming out from the Milim. Oh, she's just gonna opt for the S1. A lot of healing coming out, but was that the play? There's no evasion on her. And Karina looks like she's gaining up with that speed buff. And might be taking the next turn. Celine, I don't think is gonna be able to take out either of the units here. Oh no, I take that back. This Celine packing quite a punch here, but Lua does end up surviving, chipping away at this Milim. That defense buff is looking very nice for this Karina to take advantage of. A-Rod's going for the Lua with the S2 and bringing Milim along. Oh, Karina lands the hit, but no artifact proc. Uh-oh, that's going to be quite sad here. Doris now going to be able to cleanse off the Milim, and Milim going to be able to slam that S3. A lot of damage going in onto the Karina. The problem is Karina can't actually proc her passive on herself, right? She has to have another teammate go below the health threshold.
Yeah, I think unfortunately we just don't have enough to break through all this mitigation.
Yeah, there was a lot of mitigation. A-Roz's Aureus and, you know, his barrier for the unit in the back, that really kicked in and saved the Milim that time around. Yeah, so Mina's gonna concede here. Wow, Yumi pulling through yet again with a very solid draft. Right, Mina's opting to go for first pick, which is going to be, I think, quite good for him, because what this allows him to do is pick the fodder units off early, right? The Vivian, the Baiken that he's forced to because of the rank penalty, and it lets him kind of watch what Yumi drafts. Yumi will get their first 4 units in, and then Minus can adapt his picks in response to those. The pre-bans are going to be what's important here. Okay, Arwell and Landy getting banned. Amelia and Stene still banned on Minus's side. He's still very wary of that Amelia, who has proven to be very effective so far in the tournament for Yumi. Right, A-Ra's getting picked up by Minus this time. He's saying, no, 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 enough of this A-Ra's barrier shenanigans from last round. I'm going to be taking that. And Doris is still going to be picked out on the left side. She wasn't that effective last round, I would say. She did provide a lot of the healing and the cleansing, but she didn't really have that big of an impact. I think Milim was definitely MVP in terms of the damage output.
I think that one thing that a lot of the players that are fighting Yumi are facing is the fact that it's really difficult to play a 2v4 regardless of gear level, unless you're absolutely gear gapping.
Yes.
So just because of that, it's very, very difficult.
It's very difficult, but I would also say that having that type of matchup requires you to really think about some unit combinations that people typically don't think about, and when you're put on the spot with less than 60 seconds to draft, it's really hard to scramble to put together a team 2v4 style, especially into these very strong meta picks, right? You have Arya, Celine, Aola, who are very impactful and self-sufficient units. It's very difficult. Oh, but we see another very self-sufficient unit coming out here. Violet gonna be contending here. So A-Raz, Violet, and Zahak, along with the Vivian and Baiken. Let's see who Yumi's last pick is gonna be here. Oh, the last pick is going to be a Milim, the only fire unit into 4 earth units. The Broccoli team on Minus's side. Oh, but not going to ban the Milim. Going to be going for the Celine instead. Violet getting banned out as well. This Zahak, I think, is going to be doing some heavy lifting in this match.
Yes, absolutely. Really, however, there is the AOL that we do have to worry about from Minus's perspective, just because, again, most of the effectiveness of the character really relies on being unbuffable, or not unbuffable. So you can cycle the attack buff, you can abuse barriers, for example, in this case. It's gonna be very scary to see how this match will go long term.
Oh yeah, definitely. Okay, Aeola's using the S3. Ooh, Zahak though, keeping that invincibility, that is gonna be huge. Right, so now we're gonna see Doris taking the turn. She's just gonna go for an S1, decrease hit chance on the Vivian. Okay, Arya's probably gonna be putting her skills up very, very soon here. The problem is, oh, wow, she's actually going to be soul burning for that S1 so that the next hit, this very next hit here from this Baiken, is going to proc the Arya's counterattack, and she is also going to be doing her extra attack as well. Okay, hitting the Baiken, missing on the Vivian, and Zahak is of course looking pretty healthy right here. This full broccoli team into the Arya is going to be pretty nice because there's a 50-50 chance that you're going to be able to dodge. Okay, Zahak though, soul burning, going into the Arya, that's a lot of damage. And Arya's not healing up at the same rate. Okay, Zahak getting crit there, that's kind of unfortunate. Alright, we see Doris gonna go for some healing. A-Raz? Oh, he misses though. If he hit that defense break, it would have been huge. But Zahak, of course, also had that blind debuff on him. This is looking quite brutal.
Yeah, we just don't have enough sustain here. Obviously, again, we are playing down 2 units, but it feels like we're I feel like we're just losing steam really quickly because of those 2 units.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. The draft limitations don't really allow you to keep for much tempo, and in those cases, I would assume that it's better to go for some more tanky comps, right? Go for something that can double down with bulk, and then also have some bit of utility that you can use as damage.
Exactly, and with that, Yumi again sweeps with the 2-0. Congratulations. And with that, the grand finals of Charmy versus Yumi shall begin. Alright, Clarissa and Fire Sirmia.
Oh wow.
With that, go ahead and ready up, and we shall begin.
Okay, so the finals here, Charmy versus Yumi. Yeah, I got a little rank penalty for Charmy here. We're gonna see a couple units get picked out in PvE that Yumi gets to pick off. Let's see what the pre-bans are gonna be. These players have kind of seen each other play out throughout this short little tournament that we've had, and we're already seeing some pretty targeted bans here. We see some Milim and Arya getting banned out. We also see Arwell and Lionheart Sirmia taken out by Yumi. First pick goes to Yumi with the A-Raz, and Charmy following up. Hovering over the Spectre Tenebria says, nope, we're going to go for a light mage here. Aola getting to be the pick. It's actually pretty good. Aola into A-Raz. The unbuffable allows you to go for the unit in the backline without fear of them getting a large barrier for you to contend against. We see Amelia getting picked out with Celine, so what you can see with Yumi's draft is that they really have a solid core. They really know what they're trying to do and what they're going for, right? Celine is great into Aola. If you can proc that Aola's passive with some AoE, A-Raz's S3 for instance is great here. And the Amelia has been proven to be a very strong part of Yumi's core. The Fire Sirmia and the Clarissa having to get picked out here because of the rank discrepancy, but the A-Ravi getting picked out, that is now a very nice pick. The anchor pick here, gonna be proving to be quite resilient, I would say. Now Yumi goes for a little counter pick though. The Alencia here is pretty good. The problem is that Alencia into Aola is not as good because of the unbuffable that can be landed. However, Alencia's injury damage could cripple this A-Ravi in the long term, so if she gets through draft, then yeah, it's gonna be pretty difficult to burst down units like A-Raz and Amelia. Alright, Yumi's last pick is getting locked in. It's going to be a Rem! So all of these very familiar faces. Success, again, in RTA comes down to having a very consistent draft. Yumi's opponents have been struggling throughout this whole event, I'd say, because they're kind of thrown off their regular units, right? You're kind of forced to draft in ways that you know, don't really fit your playstyle or that you never really conventionally think of. But we see the Alencia and the Violet getting banned down. That Violet is, again, a very solid last pick, kind of reminiscent to the A Ravi here. But the good thing about A Ravi, I would say, the very clever thing is that if she gets a revive off, whoever gets revived takes the turn immediately, which means Fire Surmia could be the one bursting somebody down, because she is going to be almost taken out by the Celine and her S2. Everybody else, though, is silenced, including this Amelia. Not that much resistance on her, or it's a very high effectiveness Aola. Right, Celine ripping that S3 into the A Ravi. She's going to be pushed up. Going to be healing up quite a bit. Not too shabby. Who's she going to go for, though, in terms of the damage output? Oh, she's gonna go for a Soul Burn onto the Rem. Oh, that's a lot of damage. And neither Amelia nor Araz have their skills up, so none of them can really help out this Rem. Yeah, and that means Clarissa might actually be able to take a turn here. Rem, though, healing and getting that demon mode. Ooh, that is very, very unfortunate. Because now this Clarissa, if she goes for an attack, might actually trigger this Rem here. Clarissa packing quite a punch, I will say, for a PvE unit typically used in Wyvern. She needs big damage, right? Nice to see her on the PvP stage, though. Okay, Rem gonna be going for this Aola. No defense break on the first hit. No defense break on the second hit either. Amelia has her skills. She could potentially push up this Rem, which she is going to do. Now, Araz has the choice of going for his skills here. What is he going to opt to do? He's going to opt to go for the Proof of Valor A Ravi. No defense break getting landed. Not on the first Rem hit either. Second Rem hit, we see a land on the A Ravi. That defense break is going to be huge. But she's going to be ripping an S3. Who's she going to be going for? Going for the Rem. Is going to take her out. He's going to take her out. And we see the Surmia. Again, like I mentioned earlier, gets a full CR bar. Going to pop that S2 here. Greater attack buff. Is he going to be able to take somebody out? Goes for the Soul Burn, ripping that S3 right into Celine. It's a miss, but it procs Araz's barrier regardless. That was still a lot of damage that was coming out. A Ravi in a very bad position right now. Defense broken and still lacking a lot of health. That Celine did quite a number on her. Okay, Aola pushing back the Araz here. Amelia going to be healing, replenishing that barrier duration on the Celine, which is quite smart. The good thing, though, is that A Ravi is going to be able to cycle off of that defense break. We're going to see some bleeds come out from Clarissa here. No defense breaks coming out. I'm actually not sure which attack Clarissa defense breaks on. But now it's the A Ravi's turn to go. Gonna be hitting the Celine, still missing, healing up just a little bit. Right, now it's this Araz's turn. What is he gonna go for? Oh, he's gonna opt to go for an S1, strip the greater attack buff from the Surmia. Is he gonna be able to finish off the A Ravi? Oh, A Ravi does go down, but Celine, she lost her evasion buff, and now Surmia, very high damage output unit, is gonna be able to chunk away at her. Okay, Aola gonna be taking the turn, pushing back, silencing, giving Clarissa a chance. Is this going to be it? Can Clarissa do it? She's going to crit. She's going to defense break, but it's not going to be enough. Araz is going to be taking the turn, and Celine is going to be going next. Ooh, Araz going for the S1 here onto the Aola. Celine missing on the Surmia. Wait a minute. This could be the chance that Charmy needs. Right? There's no push from the Amelia. Aola gets to go. Oh my gosh. Okay, the Guardian Ice Crystals is procced. A-Roz is getting healed a little bit. Surmia going to finish off the Celine. And now it is just A-Roz and Amelia going up against Clarissa, Aola, and Surmia here. Okay, little dual attack action coming out. A little bit of healing onto the A-Roz. This is going to be quite intense. Is the bulk on the right side, on Yumi's side, going to be enough? Right, neither player is going to want to give up at this point in the match. But we see a strip coming in from the Aola. Going to be quite nice. Clarissa showing that she does have the damage in her kit. It's just that the unit she's going up against is quite bulky. And there is no sustain on Charmy's side. Oh, a defense break onto that Aola. That's going to spell a certain doom for her as she goes down. And now it is going to be up to Clarissa to take down this A-Roz and this Amelia. Alright, Clarissa goes for the Soul Burn. She's gonna go for the S3, finishing off the A-Roz. Wait a minute, she's going for the extra hit onto the Amelia. Oh my god, this Guardian Ice Crystal's kicking in, but is Clarissa gonna be able to do this? Amelia's gonna desperately be going for some heals here. Clarissa, she's gonna get lapped by the Amelia here, but again, Amelia doesn't really have that much damage to offer. Okay, let's see what Clarissa can do. She's going for the S1. Guardian Ice Crystal is kind of mitigating the damage that was kind of put out there. Clarissa's going to get chunked away at. But the Frenzy is going to keep rising. And whoa, she's going to just one-tap.
Oh my
that
god.
Amelia, I was not expecting that amount of damage to be coming out. Wow. Well played.
That is a 1-0 for Charmy. Alright, no changes. Let's begin.
Oh, okay. No changes to the force pick unit, so we're still going to see Clarissa and Surmia on the main stage.
And
alright.
Let's begin.
It looks like the battle is going to be starting here, and no changes to any of the units picked. We're going to see Surmia. We're going to see Clarissa. I'm going to be quite interested in what the pre-bans are going to be. Because Charmy definitely utilized their draft very well, right? And Yumi seems to be very comfortable with their picks. So these pre-bans are quite important here. Targeted pre-bans are going to be very effective as well. So we're seeing the Violet and the Arwell getting banned out by Yumi, but Charmy banning out the Arya and the Milim yet again. So we're going to see these two trump cards of Yumi unavailable for the draft. Right, Yumi just sticking with what works, right? So the A-Roz getting first picked yet again. Good tempo unit. We saw the A-Roz's defense breaks, defense buffs were very, very effective in previous matches. The Aola too getting snatched up by Charmy here. A very smart pick. If it worked last time, why fix it? Surmia getting picked out. Amelia on the right side, along with the Fighter Maya. Whoa! Not expecting a Fighter Maya pick.
Very interesting.
But hey, Fighter Maya with Karina's artifact is pretty nice. Now Charmy still has another force pick unit that they could potentially throw out here. Was the Clarissa, if I remember correctly. Oh, there we go. The Clarissa getting picked here. She did a lot of work. It was Clarissa at the very end that ended up getting Charmy that win. Right, now the fourth pick is going to be coming. Again, something that they really need to think about. These units, each unit is very, very impactful. They must be impactful on Charmy's side. Right, way more than they would because they're carrying both Surmia and Clarissa as well. So we see the A-Ravi pick coming out here, and I think that is a very solid pick indeed. Back to Yumi though, the ball's in their court. They get their last two picks to try to draft around Charmy's team. What is going to happen as a result? I feel like the Fighter Maya is going to be a pretty tough nut to crack. She's very high defense, a lot of bulk, a lot of sustain. Right, but the Alencia is going to get snatched up here. Alencia, I would say, again, is pretty decent, right? Into the A Ravi. You can put some injury stacks on her. But again, suffers a little bit into that Aola. Especially now that we know that Aola has the ability to actually silence that Amelia. That Amelia is not an extremely high resist build. Oh, and we see a Senya coming out as well on Yumi's side. That is going to be a very nice way to round off their draft. Yeah, Senya here, going to be pretty good. No more Clarissa soloing, I would assume. Unless there's some lucky critting going on the side of Charmy. But we see a Spectre Tenebria. Ooh, quite nice, right? Because there's no AoE damage on Yumi's side, aside from Alencia and Senya's S3. But then begs the question, is that Spectre on lifesteal? Ooh, but it doesn't matter because Spectre Tenebria and Senya both getting banned out. We'll never know if that Spectre's on lifesteal, and that Senya is not going to be doing much reflect damage either. Okay, Aola going to be taking that first turn yet again. This time there's no Celine to be taking down Cermia's health super early into the match. So we're going to see silences on everybody, unbuffables on everyone except A-Roz. Wow, this Aola defies all 15%.
Honestly, it's a key part of Charmy's strategy. It's just having that extra rotation over your opponent, even if two of your own units are hunt units, is absolutely remarkable.
It is a very smart play, I have to agree. And especially because now, because of the extra rotation, these hunt units get to take a turn. Right? This Alencia, because there's no Mind's Eye, she's not going to be able to one-shot anybody, even if she tries here. So Clarissa going to be taking her first turn in this match, the MVP from the last one. Let's see what she's going to be able to do. Okay,
can I just also note, the A-Ross barrier has been procced.
Yeah, that is true. The A-Roz barrier has not proc, but we see the Cermia going for the greater attack buff, soul burning, going into the Alencia, does not need an A-Roz barrier because down she goes. And now it is just going to be Fighter Maya versus an A-Ravi. It's going to be pretty hard to overcome this. The Amelia is going to get silenced by the Aola, which is a very good control strategy. Now this A-Roz, he has skills that he can pop, and he has an S2 as well. The problem is, there is no problem apparently, because A-Roz gets defense break, and Maya is packing so much damage. She is using Karina's artifact, and wow, just look at that. That's absolutely insane. Okay, A-Ravi actually going to be letting rip that S3 onto the A-Roz. It's not going to kill! Oh, that might be a very big turning point in the momentum of this match. This A-Ravi wasn't able to take out that A-Roz there. Clarissa gonna be soul burning that S3. Let's see if this takes him out. Oh no, not quite, but there is a defense break on the fighter. Maya still has it, does not have it cleansed off with her passive. Cermia with that provoke hitting her. That's a lot of damage. Okay, and A-Ravi is going to be pushed up. Oh no, and this is going to take out the fighter Maya. Charmy.
Charmy defying the odds.
Charmy cracking the code to Yumi's draft here, and Yumi giving that bow. Wow. Conceding here, we have our winner, which is Charmy from the European server. Well played.
Amazing job. That is actually crazy.
That was absolutely insane. That was amazing. Well guys, those were some epic matches that we had in today's episode, especially the finals match at the very end there. But with that all being said, thank you so much for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe for more Epic 7 content, and leave a comment down below letting me know what I can do to improve. And until next time, take care.